He might be the most unique child ever. While others live their lives from youth to old age, his life is the opposite. Born old, dying in swaddling clothes. That's Benjamin. When he was born, he looked as old as a 90-year-old man, stunning the delivery team. His mother, exhausted from the difficult labor, passed away shortly after giving birth. With her dying breath, she asked to keep the child. Thomas couldn't understand why his wife would say such a thing on her deathbed, but he soon realized why. The moment Thomas laid eyes on Benjamin, he froze, his mouth agape, unable to make a sound. This was no infant. Was this monster responsible for his wife's death? He scooped up his newborn son and ran frantically to the riverbank, intending to drown him because he was too ugly to be human. But just as he was about to toss him in, a patrolling police officer spotted him. After a wild chase, he successfully evaded the officer and arrived at the doorstep of a nursing home. He left the child there on the steps, stuffed some money in his blanket, and disappeared. Fortunately, heaven smiled upon this child. The Queenies, who ran the nursing home, found him quickly. When they lifted the blanket and saw the child, they were both stunned because the infant looked incredibly old. The husband suggested calling the police to handle the situation, but kind-hearted Mrs. Queenie disagreed. She carried him to their room and called for a doctor to examine him. After the examination, even the doctor was shocked. The child was indeed a newborn, but he suffered from severe cataracts, arthritis, and other ailments typically found in the elderly, as if he were a 90-year-old man. The doctor said he wouldn't live long and advised Mrs. Queenie to send him away. But Mrs. Queenie said,
Non, ce bébé, c'est un miracle, ça c'est sûr.
Mrs. Queenie then introduced the child to the elderly residents, naming him Benjamin and explaining his poor health, asking everyone to take good care of him. Upon hearing this, one elderly man volunteered, saying he had raised 10 children and had ample experience caring for them. But when he came over to look,
God in heaven, he looks just like my ex-husband.
And so, the Queenies officially adopted Benjamin. As Mrs. Queenie had hoped, a miracle did happen to Benjamin. He survived, growing into the elderly man he appeared to be, sitting in a wheelchair and wearing reading glasses. He blended in perfectly at the nursing home. People pitied him for growing old without enjoying his youth. Although he looked like an old man, his mind was that of a child. Like other children, he was mischievous during mealtimes and always curious about the outside world. He wanted to know what other children played and what the next street looked like. He yearned to go out and see the world beyond the door,